The Berenstain Bears think of those in need. The bear family enjoyed the good things in life as much as anyone else. They enjoyed good food and good times. They enjoyed a snug tree house and a comfortable chair before a crackling fire. They enjoyed books and music, toys and games, quilts and cuckoo clocks. But sometimes it seemed, especially to Mama, that perhaps the bears were enjoying too much of a good thing. It was also clear to Mama that she managed the treehouse that they had a problem that came under heading of too much stuff. Too much stuff in the closets, too much stuff in the drawers, too much stuff in the basement, too much stuff in the attic. There's too much stuff everywhere. It all made Mama a little uneasy. It was beginning to be a worry. Papa thought there was too much stuff problem too, because more annoyed than worried. Annoyed about the fast wheels car that brother led down the stairs, and about the squeegee that sister left in the bathtub. But there was much more on Mama's mind than fast wheel cars and squeaky dogs. What was beginning to worry her was that they had so much while some others had so little. And as sometimes happens with a worry, when you go to bed, it can turn into a nightmare. That's what happened to Mama. Too much stuff. One night she dreamed that all her stuff came to life and poured out every drawer and closet and nook cranny in the treehouse, chanting, "Too much stuff, too much stuff." "What's the matter?" asked Papa when Mama woke up screaming. "It's just a dream, my dear," Mama said. But though it was a dream, she knew what she had to do. The next morning at breakfast, she made an announcement. "This is family," she said firmly. "Has altogether too much stuff. It's time to get rid of it." "Stuff?" said Brother. "What sort of stuff?" "Stuff like dolls with no heads." Mama said, "Broken airplane models, old puzzles, games that nobody plays, and fast wheel cars on the stairs and squeaky ducks in the bathtub," chimed in Papa. "Now wait a minute," protested Sister. "This is all our stuff. What about some of your stuff?" "My stuff," said Papa. "Like what?" "Like your 17 fishing rods," said Brother, "and the zillions of old fishing magazines that just stuck up in the attic." "Those are all valuable collections," said Papa. Mama groaned. "Look who's groaning," said Papa. Then, "What about those shelves and shelves of old cookbooks you've never looked at, and those a bit of yarn and cloth you're never going to use?" "All right," agreed Mama. "I guess you'll have a lot of things we don't really need. That's just my point. What should we do with it all?" The bear family thought for a moment. "Hey," said Brother, "let's have a yard sale and make a fortune." "Yeah, great idea," agreed Sister and Papa. But it was not what Mama had in mind. She had been thinking and more about those folks who had so little, especially with Christmas going on. What should the bear family do? Mama already had a plan in mind. First, she and Papa and the cubs go through their stuff and make 3 piles. One pile were things like old board games and puzzles. Another, all their forgotten but still good toys, and sporting goods, and in other clothes and fortune extra cookbooks and unused fishing rods. When the bears piled everything into the car, there's hardly enough room left for them. Where are we going? Asked Sister. First stop, said Mom, at the old bears' home. The old bears' home was the older bears went to live when they need help taking care of themselves. Nurses and doctors looked after them, made sure they were in good health. But sometimes the older bears got a little lonely and bored, like visitors and things to do. That was part of Mama's plan. Then they finally arrived at the old bear's home. They handed out their games and puzzles to the older bears, then sat down to play games and do puzzles with them. At first, brother and sister were a little shy and embarrassed. The older bear was just so old. But after a while they got over it. The bears in the home weren't tiny and certain that never Miss Maker agrees she was okay. Soon they were having a fine time, and so they were older bears. They were all sorry when it was time to leave. Next up was the Beartown Young Cops Hospital. Brother and sister knew about the hospital. Brother had gone to get his ankle x-rayed the time he thought it was broken. Sister had come along to watch. The bears dropped off their load of used toys. They were welcome. The hospital workers said the toys would be given out at the hospital Christmas party. On the way out, they saw a young bear in a wheelchair with his leg in a big cast. They were glad they had brought the toys. He looked as if he could use some cheering up. Their last stop was Beartown's Care Store. This was the store that sold things to raise money for needy bears who needed warm clothes and good food. This store was run by bears who wore uniforms and often played band in front of the store. Bears lunged in their old clothes and furniture and stuff into the store. On the way, they stopped to sing a few Christmas carols on the band. There was a big iron pot on the sidewalk for collecting money for the needy. Papa gave Sister $1 to put in. They headed home with the warm feelings about what they had done. As they drove along, they passed light windows in Beartown department store. They were beautifully decorated for Christmas. There was window after window of new toys and games and new things for the house, and with the very latest thing in the fishing boats. But members of their bear family were so filled with special thoughts about having others there, they hardly noticed the wonderful things in the windows, some maybe out of the corners of their eyes.